live? Will it work? Oh, there we go. That was weird. I think we're good now. That's a weird one. But hi, animal. I guess I'll redo my intro. Since YouTube loves making things difficult. Hopefully we don't have the lagging issue and stuff over on YouTube again. That would be annoying. But yeah, hopefully you guys all had a great Memorial Day. If you celebrated, if you do something. If not, hopefully you just had a good Monday. I am starting stream a little bit later today, so won't be able to play as long as normal. I usually like to get like 4 or so hours in. Unfortunately today I start at 6 and it's already 3, so I'll probably be able to get like 2 hours and 45 minutes in. Have not rage quit yet though. Things are actually going well. The past couple of boss fights. The necromancer chick was a little difficult. That was another mage chick. But other than that, like the coffin dude, I think we like 3rd tried him or 4th tried him. That was pretty good. Kind of surprising. That fight seemed kind of difficult. I think I got lucky, I'll be honest. That was definitely a lucky situation. Okay, come on now, YouTube. Work with me. Alright, I think we're good. I looked and I think we have like 4 more boss fights. Like 4 more main boss fights. If you count side boss fights, we still have like 8 or 9 boss fights. So I don't know if we'll be able to beat this by the time Elden Ring Night Ring comes out. It's gonna be tight. Like maybe if I fit in a stream after work today or something, maybe. But hi Master, hi Animal again. Hi, Nex. Hi, Zachary. Hi, the rabbit. You know, I made this coffee, and literally within like 1 minute of making it, I came back, and there was a little fruit fly floating on the top. And I had to make a decision. Do I do the probably healthy thing and pour out the coffee? Or do I give that immune system a little bit of a boost? And boy, I'm feeling healthier than ever now. Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Very exciting, Nex. Yeah, scooped him out. I was like, alright. Said hi to me. I'm so happy now. Oh, that's adorable, dude. What's with the incel hair? I don't know what you mean, my guy. Having longer hair literally has no reflection upon your personality whatsoever. That sounds like some boomer line of thinking. The slicked back look? It's not slicked back, it's just combed. I just take good care of my hair. It's combed. That's all. It's not even any product in it. It's just combed. Combed and put in a little bun. And that's all. Slicked back, though, that would be... Yeah, that's got some negative connotations post Columbine. I'm not gonna lie. Slick back is rough for us guys with the school shooter phenotype. Us skinny, nerdy white guys. Same with trench coats, man. God, trench coats are so sick. I really wish that he didn't go and ruin trench coats. God damn. Where's your trench coat? Beat you to it. I beat you to it, Brandon. You know how fun it is to troll? No, not really. I spend my life doing better things. Happy birthday, Nexus mom. Hi, User X. How's it going, dude? Ice Belushka. Dude, come on, be honest. I am being honest. I'm too busy to troll, bro. I'm too busy. I work a full-time job that's like 50 hours a week. I'm a full-time student. That's another 20 to 30 hours a week. I work out every day. I try and stream when I can. Like, I'm too busy, dude. I gotta hang out with friends. I hang out with family. I go hiking every weekend. I'm too busy. I don't got time to troll people online. But I mean, it's a common pastime. There's something forced with your voice. Okay. Brandon, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like you. You made a poor first impression. Not a fan. Enjoy the band, my guy. Take care, though. Hopefully you can spend your time maybe a little bit better. Haven't been active, been busy. Recently got surgery. Jesus, hopefully things went well. But never feel bad about missing a stream, dude. I'm just some guy online that plays video games. You know? I'll be here whenever you find free time. Unless I die or something. But, yeah, never feel bad. Your life should always come first. It's #1 priority. I'll be here whenever you find the free time. It touches a special part of my soul to troll human beings. Weird pastime, my guy. It's not really something I would brag about. It's like saying, man, you know, I really like to kick homeless people. It's really fun to kick homeless people, dude. It really makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. It's like, okay, I wouldn't really flex that. I wouldn't tell anyone that, to be honest. It's kind of degenerate behavior, but all right. Trolling isn't like kicking homeless people. It's pretty 1-to-1, I would say. My trolls are lighthearted. My trolls are lighthearted. I just pour a little water on the homeless people. You know, they love it. It's fun. How do I like the game so far? It's pretty fun. I'll say the biggest problem this game has is, like, reusing content. The main stuff, like, if you just do the main stuff, I think it's actually pretty good. They do still reuse, like, enemy movesets and reskin enemies and stuff like that, but my main issues with the game come from the side content, which unfortunately the main content is paced at which it is highly encouraged to do the side content. So you'll finish a main mission, and then the next main mission will be like 8 levels higher. So it's going to be very difficult, but it's perfectly paced out. So if you do the side missions, you'll get up, you know, you'll level up those 8 levels. So it's like highly encouraged to do the side content. The problem with the side content is that it's just repetitive dookie. It is the same levels you've already went through, but you're just going through them again. And you're fighting the same bosses again. You're fighting the same enemies again. So it's a bit unfortunate. I think that's probably the biggest negative for me, at least, is it's like, okay, I beat this boss. Now I know I have to fight this exact same boss at least one other time, if not 2 other times, you know, through the side content. Would I kick a homeless person for €5? Well, I don't know what that is in freedom units, but no. €5 is nothing to me, my guy. Whether that's $6 or $7. I think the euro is more. Yeah, that's like nothing to me. What's an example of like a lighthearted troll, Lightning? Let me understand. Is it like it? I guess it depends what you consider trolling. Is like jumping out at your little sister and scaring her? Is that considered trolling? Because like that used to just be pranks, you know? Yes? Oh, okay. All right. Then yeah, I've trolled before. I was a big brother, I suppose. It was my job. We didn't used to call that trolling, you know? Two thin twins doing the same thing to a homeless guy to make him think he can see the future. That's just a prank. So what's the difference between a prank and a troll? Have people just co-opted the word troll? Pranking is more real life, trolling is online. So what would be an example of like a lighthearted troll then? Trying to understand. Salt in coffee? But I thought trolling is online. If trolling is online, it can't be salt in coffee. It'd have to be like... Any response makes the troll successful. See, that's just stupid. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't even make sense. I read every single comment. That doesn't mean like every single troll is successful. You know? That doesn't make sense. Trolling in my mind, like as a streamer, trolling is like when someone acts like purposely obtuse in order to aggravate the streamer or something like that. Like they pretend like they don't understand something very elementary. Like something like that. I could definitely like see as trolling. But most of the time I consider like trolling is just people who are assholes online. You know? Like most of the time people are like, I'm such a troll. I called this guy a homophobic slur. And it's like, it's not trolling. You're just an asshole. If they're just seeking attention and they get it. Yeah, but I mean, if you make any comment in my chat, you'll get attention. You know? I couldn't read your comment, Cookson. You got banned. You probably said behind you. Yes, trolling is like how I tricked Biscuits into watching a SpongeBob video. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really, I don't get it. It's not how I would spend my pastime, but also, like I said, I don't really have time to do that. So, what's the most interesting fact about out the universe you know or enjoy? I don't understand. Is your entire community terrible? Every time I see your stream, you're not playing, just bitching. I'm not bitching at all. We're having a conversation and I'm trying to understand a topic. I mean, that's not bitching at all. That's funny though. No, my community is great. I mean, a lot of the randoms that come in aren't, but that's just, you know, that's just short streaming in a nutshell. You have a bunch of like teenagers doom scrolling, right? or people that are struggling with mental health issues, and so they don't really have anything better to do with their life, and so they are negative. I mean, there's nothing that we can really do about that. We try and ban them as fast as possible, but I mean, most of the time, I mean, I'll bitch about a game for sure. If there's like one of the boss fights was really tough, I definitely bitched about that. But other than that, yeah, no, I think most people would agree we're pretty chill here. Pretty chill, pretty positive. This is the first Berserker Khazan, Rave Killer. What is the most interesting thing about our universe, science or physics? What do I find the most interesting? I can't really think of one thing in particular, but for me, what drew me to chemistry and why I started studying biochem and then eventually got my degree in biochemistry was instead the understanding of how everything worked. Just the inner machinations of why certain things reacted with other things, the actual like chemical molecules and the structure of molecular structure, like structure of molecular structures. Unfortunately, that is actually an appropriate sentence, but it sounds stupid. But yeah, just how everything kind of works with each other is what drove me to science and what I found most interesting. I can't really think of one thing in particular. There's a lot of cool stuff with physics, but I'll be honest, I'm just not smart enough to really understand physics. I never really did too well in physics, but there's a lot of things, especially with like astrophysics and like especially theoretical physics, that is really, really fascinating. Streams are going to be so fun for you when summer break starts. When is that? I feel like we're getting close to that, right? Like, we're almost in June. Isn't that, like, summer? 18, I have no idea who you are, my guy. But yeah, I don't think I really have... I'm trying to think, like, one thing that is the most fascinating. I mean, I suppose just... from a grand concept point of view is the grandness of, you know, our universe is kind of mind-boggling when you really think about it and how woefully insignificant all of us are. And even Earth as a whole, how insignificant that is in the grand scheme of the universe. I find that fairly comforting. I think it's very fascinating and very comforting, but I know some people kind of get a little bit of, like, existential dread from it. It's in the next week or so. Okay. Well, that'll be interesting. Hopefully the mods can be on their A game. Did I hear Steam is officially coming to the new Xbox console? I did, yeah. It's basically a Steam machine. It's not really an Xbox, right? Which I feel like people forgot about, but Steam machines were a thing probably over a decade ago. When Steam first tried to get into like the console market, they had various machines with essentially Steam OS on them, and they were just mini PCs. Think of like the layout of a Steam Deck in terms of like the OS, but on an actual console. But they flopped terribly. Like the Steam machines did very, very poorly because... largely because they had various price points. So they had different versions of Steam machines that would have different specs, and they would range from like pretty affordable. I think like the cheapest one was like $350, $400 to like, you know, $1,000. And they didn't realize that most console people are like technologically retarded when it comes to PC components. They have no fucking idea what a graphics card is, let alone a good one, what a CPU is, right? So, it just totally flopped because, like, none of the console people knew what the fuck the difference was between the $350 machine and the $1,000 machine and the $700 machine and stuff. So I hope they learn from that for the Steam machine, from the Steam machines. And like with this new machine, it is just one build. Because the worst thing you can do is give console players a bunch of options, dude. They will just dip out. I was thinking of streaming Diablo Immortal, but I'm not going to spend money on it. Will it be worth it? I don't understand the question. What do you mean, will it be worth it? I don't understand what you mean by that. If you want to stream a game, then just stream a game. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. The unfortunate reality of streaming is that the vast majority of people that stream will have 0 viewers, or they'll have 1 viewer. I believe the statistic over on Twitch is over 85% of Twitch users, which is like probably well over 1 million people, never even managed to reach the 3 concurrent viewer average in order to get affiliate. So, you know, you have to know that, like, just statistically, you're probably going to have 0 views. Maybe you'll have 1 viewer. That's just how it is. So you shouldn't really go into streaming expecting to get a bunch of views or make money or anything like that. You should just stream whatever. You'll have fun streaming, and, you know, maybe people, I'm not going to tell you for sure people will come, but maybe people will come. Maybe people won't come. Will it get views? Yeah, I couldn't tell you, man. There's so many, like, variables that go into if a stream does well. Most of them are entirely out of the hands of the content creator and entirely in the hands of whatever algorithm is working. So I have no idea anything about the Diablo Immortal scene. I don't know how big it is. I don't know how many people stream it. I have no clue. I don't know anything about that. But I would say in general, if you're going into content creation and you're already worrying about views, you're setting yourself up for severe disappointment. Content creation is one of those things where the viewer can very easily tell if the streamer is overly concerned with analytics. You can tell. Like, you watch a streamer and they'll start acting differently depending on their view count, right? When the view count is high, maybe they're more, you know, talkative, more emotive, and then once it drops lower and lower, maybe they start psyching themselves out. Like, you can tell as a viewer. So I always just recommend people to do my approach, which is I hide the viewer count. I can never see the viewer count. I try and just act the same the entire time I stream. If people are in chat, I'll shoot the shit with them. If no one's in chat, I'll still yap to myself, just like I normally would. And, yeah, just don't care about the analytics. Streaming and videos is like food service. It's a very preference-based field. I mean, at least with food service, you can make some really good food, and, like, that word of mouth will spread pretty quick. But with content creation, I've seen people that make really good content, like, way, way better than top streamers. And, like, just from an editing perspective, from a pacing perspective for videos and stuff like that. And the videos will get like 1,000 views, if that. It's always the going quiet and short replies to chat when that viewer count drops to 10 to 20 people. Yeah, it's because they psych themselves out, man. Like, the main reason that I can yap as well as I yap is because I have no fucking idea how many people are watching. You know, when I find out how many people were watching the stream? After the stream is done. And then it'll tell me, it gives me the breakdown. It's like, oh yeah, you had, you know, like, 25 average concurrence. You had, you know, a peak viewer count of like 150. Your average viewer time was, you know, 30 seconds. Your total watch time was 200 hours or whatever. Like, that's the only time I know. And I like it that way. I don't psych myself out, you know? Yeah, like 77R, you jumped up to 20. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Because, you know, I just do this as a hobby. I don't really care at all about, like, how many viewers or anything I have. I streamed for 7 years to, like, 0 or 1 people. 7 years, man. And I've been making content for over 13 years. To just almost no one, you know? Because I like it. I enjoy it. So I would say that's the definite key to keep going. Is don't care about how many subs you're getting, how many views you're getting, how many comments you're getting. Don't care about stuff like that. Just do whatever you enjoy doing. What keeps me going? I like streaming. I've met a whole lot of fun people. I've met friends. I met the love of my life through streaming. Wonderful, wonderful girl. We're so great friends to this day. I've met tons of, like, long-lasting friends from streaming. Yeah. I've made tons of, like, wonderful stories through streaming. It's a great time, dude. But the key is, like, yeah, you just have to not care about the analytics. I ate 2 4-egg omelets and I'm 27 years old and I live generally a sedentary life. How screwed am I? Hey, that's not bad. You ate 8 eggs? I mean, that's not that bad at all. 8 eggs for a breakfast isn't terrible. I mean, I would say just in general, you shouldn't live a sedentary life. You should at least do some cardio, like at the very least, or some calisthenics or something like that. But yeah, I mean, 8 eggs in one sitting is really not that big of a deal. I occasionally post clips from my games to my YouTube channel to the shorts. I've broken 3.5k views several times, but still 14 subs. I don't ever do it for the views or subs. Just so I can shitpost. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like sometimes you'll get views, sometimes you won't, man. I mean, it is the unfortunate truth that a lot of streamers won't admit is that most of it is luck. And streamers don't like admitting that because it means that they're not special. I mean, they're special in the capacity that somebody winning the lottery is special because they got lucky. But honestly, most streamers just get lucky. It's not because their content is inherently better than other people's. And in fact, if you look at a lot of the top streamers, their content is pretty basic and lazy. If you look at some of the top content creators, XQC, Moist Critical, even like Jinxie, it's like their content is very plain. It's not that impressive. It's very rare that you get like a Kai Cenat, right? Who is like having celebrities on. Kai Cenat is basically like iCarly. You know, you never know what the fuck is gonna happen. Dude is going insane. He'll have Kevin Hart on or like Nicki Minaj or something. You're like, what the hell's going on? You have a dude just like running through a door. But most people, I mean, like they'll sit, they'll react to some stuff maybe. They'll play a game. That's about it. You know, they're not like doing anything insane. Like, I'm not a fan of him, but Dr. Disrespect, like, Dr. Disrespect does a ton of crazy post-production. Like, I don't watch the guy anymore. After his whole controversy and stuff like that. But, like, his post-production and stuff, his transitions, his green screens, all of that is very, very, like, technically impressive. Most big streamers that you're seeing are not anywhere on that level. Would I consider a faceless AI channel? What do you mean by that? Like, would I watch it? Not really. I don't watch streams, though. It's a big cup? Yeah, it's a venti. 20 ounces. I mean, you guys can like the content creators. I'm not saying anything negative about the content creators. They're obviously wildly successful and people really like them. I'm saying if you break it down objectively for like what they are doing on camera, you have Jinxie and he is just like reacting to people's Siege clips that they send in. Maybe he's opening fan mail. He's playing Siege. That is like objectively, there's nothing crazy there, right? XQC, he's like largely just reacting to stuff. In his reactions, he oftentimes really doesn't even say anything. And maybe like he's playing a game, you know? Like that's just Moist Critical. Either he's reacting to stuff or he's playing a game. Like they're not really doing anything insane. Especially like even Moist Critical's videos, right? It's just like he's sitting in his room and he's talking. Like that's the vast majority of his videos. So I'm just speaking like objectively, right? Asmongold, yeah, same thing, right? It's not like they have crazy editing in their stuff, or it's not like they're Dr. Disrespect and the production value is like next level, way better than everything else. It's not like they have some like unique expertise to where they are like there's one streamer who is an actual like psychologist. I don't know the guy. I don't remember what his name is. Dr. K, I want to say, something like that. I don't know his full name, but like to me at least, that is a very unique and interesting streamer. It's like an actual board certified psychologist. I think that's awesome. That is a unique appeal. You know, obviously I'm a little biased. I'm a scientist, but I think that that's really unique. He's not just a dude sitting there playing video games, you know, or sitting there reacting to stuff. But it's pretty rare. I mean, the vast majority of streamers that make it, I think it's fair to say they got lucky. That's just inherently how the algorithm works, man. As you get lucky, you get put in front of more people. Yeah, your content needs to be good enough to keep the people there, but actually getting your content in front of people is luck. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the whole Dr. Disrespect stuff. I don't watch his content anymore. And suffice to say. But even then, like, even if I find stuff that he's done pretty deplorable and stuff like that, I can be objective. I can remove my emotions from the equation and I can acknowledge that he has the highest production value of basically any streamer. I can do that, even if I don't like the guy or don't approve of stuff he's said or done. Yeah, I can separate the art from the artist. Yeah. I did to go into his chat and put something like, bro, you're missing your shots, and he reads my trauma. Oh, I come to a lot of conclusions on your guys' trauma myself. That's for sure. I think anybody that studies psychology can't stop themselves from just like passively doing it. This is the first Berserker Khazan. What's my opinion so far? I'm guessing you're talking about on the game. I think it's a great game. Which celebrity would I want to have on my show if I could? I mean, if you mean like on my show as in like on my stream, I don't know if I'd really want to have a celebrity on my stream, but I'd love to meet and sit down and shoot the shit with Henry Cavill. I think that would be great. He seems like a pretty down-to-earth, like, normal dude. Bit of a nerd. I'd like to shoot the shit with him, talk Warhammer, stuff like that. I think that'd be fun. Talk Witcher. God damn it, there's a hair in my fucking coffee now. God damn it. Well, it's on the opposite side, I guess. I'll get to it later. Welcome back to CZ Productions. Today's special guest is Adam Sandler. I'm drinking coffee. Yeah, no political conversations or anything. Kenzie knows who Adam Sandler is. She's 100% trolling. Jesus. The problem with lukewarm coffee is you can't feel it dribbling down your chin. I'd unsub if you brought Adam Sandler on. I'm not a celebrity obsessed person, I'll be honest. I don't really care about celebrities. Like, if Adam Sandler offered to come on my stream, I literally wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't have him on. I don't think it fits the stream. Am I wearing shorts? Of course I am. Oh, shit. I showed the feet. Oh, I showed the feet. Can we get a permaban on Nick, please? Anybody with a type of a name like that is a permaban. My bad. I did not mean to show the feet. I should have just stood up. But yes, I am wearing shorts. Of course, everybody that dresses nice for work is wearing shorts or boxers. I guess some of them maybe nothing. Of course, dude. What, you think I'm gonna wear pants? Inside? Come on. It's fucking 90 degrees. We will play the game, by the way. We will. I'm just finishing my coffee. I'm getting my energy before I get my ass pounded. Cop looks bigger than my head. Well, that's impressive. I have a very large head. It's a pretty big cup. 20 ounces. That's a bummer, Zachary. Me too, man. You clipped my feet? Well, have fun with that. I've shown my feet many times on stream. It's not exactly a new thing. Where's your ban? You were already banned, David. It's a 5-second ban, my guy. CZ and the Hawk to a girl dual stream is what the world needs. Ugh. Ugh. Has she, like, resurfaced at all? Since her whole, debacle? Can't stand Adam Sandler's movies and the baby voice he does. Bro hasn't moved in game for 40 minutes. True and real. Yep. Welcome to a CZ Productions stream. Yep. Yep. Stream vertical on YouTube and landscape on Facebook? How is Facebook streaming? It's never crossed my mind to do. Wouldn't that just be like 50-year-olds? This is the first Berserker Khazan. Mixer was purchased by Facebook? Oh, really? So what, Facebook streaming is Mixer streaming? I'll be honest, I forgot Mixer even existed. All I remember from Mixer is like, I remember Shroud had like an exclusivity deal on Mixer, and it came out that it was like $20 million or something, and he got the full payout. He was supposed to stream on there for a few years or something, and then Mixer closed down, and he got the full payout in like a fucking year or something. Which is crazy. That's like all I remember from Mixer. I think there was someone else that had an exclusivity deal over there. Dude, talk about winning the lottery. He's the reason they closed? Honestly, probably. There's a reason why Twitch and YouTube don't do exclusivity deals anymore. It's because it's so fucking expensive to buy exclusivity from these big streamers. Like every single time the numbers have leaked for like exclusivity deals, it's absurd how much these streamers are paid. I mean, Ninja was like 50 million or something. Oh, that's who it was. It was Ninja was on Mixer. That's right. It was Ninja, and he was at like $40 million or something. And then like XQC had a Twitch exclusivity deal, and that was like 50 mil or something like that. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, golly. Why is this young man talking about a monster pounding his ass on stream? Grandma, this is just how it is these days, okay? Now type W in the chat like a good viewer. Post a Kappa pride. All right. I've consumed my coffee. We're good to go. We can actually play the video game. We're gonna do it. Saying that my mom watches live streams? Live streamed funerals on Facebook? What the hell? Fucking finally? Animal, don't act like you even care about this game. Get real, woman. Please. Don't act like you give a fuck about the first Berserker Khazan. Okay. You're so full of it. No one buys your horse shit. The drip is Fia. I don't know what that means. For your ass? We got big, sexy, titty mommies. Can't argue with you there. That's true. True, brother. True and real.
You again. Why would you want to revisit here?
Hi, Jenna.
Places. Where did Scalpel and the princess meet?
Not much is up with me, dude. How about yourself? Talking about from the world, she watched some funeral in the Philippines on Christmas Eve last year.
Well, I'm searching for something myself. Well, if you're curious, I could tell you. There was this maid, Rosha. She served Commander Scalpel, and you could say we knew each other.
Ayo.
We wanted to leave this place and run away together. But now I don't know where she is. There was this one place. They were careful never to mention it to anyone. But I followed them once. Lost sight of them after they went beyond the gate.
Full offense, Fuzz. That is weird.
Stop looking at me like that. People would pay good money to hear what I just told you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who's this guy? He looks neat. Hello. What the fuck? He's sending out a goddamn stand. Ow. Ow. What in the shit? Oh no, not hallucination, please. Ow. Oh no, my controls are reversed. My controls are reversed. Fucking hallucination. Ow. God damn it. Oh, this is an interesting fight. Oh. Ow. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Jesus Christ. This is actually a cool enemy type. I mean, the hallucination thing is annoying. Not the biggest fan of my controls being reversed. But fighting a dude with a stand is kind of sick. Ow. I mean, I can stagger him, so... I mean, I should be able to win this without too much difficulty. Did he just steal my stamina? Okay. Cool enemy type. Fuzz's family seems pretty okay. I mean, a little strange, but, you know. Not that bad. The prophecy. What is with all these fucking... I cheer enemy. Ow. He just... Holy frame rate, Batman. 5090, by the way. Lol. Okay, are you done yet? What the... Okay. What is happening? Am I dead? Am I dead? Oh, my controls are reversed. I love it. My controls are reversed. No. Stop it. Don't eat him. Don't eat him. You're getting too much weight as it is. Uh-oh. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I did. You're starting to look like your mother. If you ever want to win an argument with your girl, guys, just say that. They'll love it when you say that, actually, because they love their moms. Whoever moves first is gay. Okay, now what?
That's all that's left here. Like...
Oh no. I'm gay. Whatever will I do? Is this? Oh, dude, not this enemy type. Ugh. God damn it! I hate this dude. Ow. Oh, the damage. Ow. Ow. Nice. Jesus. Oh, I got plague. Tell me there's a... Ow. Oh, there's a bonfire. Hurry! To the bonfire! Brother. That was not the time for a breather. The hell? Alright, boss time. Well, at least this was a fast level. Live streamed events started. COVID. COVID really did get like a lot of people into streaming. Like a lot of like viewers, I should say. Like it was actually so bad for Twitch because of that, because so many new viewers came out during COVID. That like Twitch was like, oh hell yeah, we're doing better than ever. And then obviously once all these people had to go back to work and everything, those numbers just plummeted. Okay. Okay. I get to fight not one, but two. How fun. Ooh, buddy, I've got reaction speeds like you wouldn't believe. Ow. What did I just tell you? Show a little respect. Oh, we've got him in the rigmarole. Don't let him power up. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, he's stuck. Oh, he's not stuck. He baited me. He fucking baited me. Fair play. All's fair in love and war. Okay. Uh-oh. Ow. Damn, missed the last one. Perish. Surely there's not another, right? Surely. My mic stand creaking? Yeah. You know, it's funny. I've spent all this money on all these new things across all the years of like the channel. And the one thing I've never replaced is my mic stand. This was like a $15 mic stand off of Amazon that I got back in like 2015. And I've never bought a new one when I really should.
I can't believe it. That thing was my Rosha.
I thought I'd find her if
I don't know why I haven't.
I kept my distance.
I'm just like, eh, it works enough. It's amazing. It's still going.
Never seen anything like it. Lucky for me, that device closed the door. And this room. Commander Scalpel used to vanish in here all the time. It's odd how he'd often study that bookshelf. Not really a bookworm, as I recall.
Need a new mic so bad I get clowned on constantly. I've debated getting a new mic as well, but I feel like this one is like good enough. Like, it is tempting to get the Shure SM7B, which is the one like all the big streamers use, all the podcasters use, you know, the Joe Rogan does it, like uses it as well. It's like tempting, but it's like this is only a $100 mic. This is a $99.99 mic, and to get like any meaningful step up, you have to spend like $300-400. So it's like, and you're not gonna get 3 times the quality, 4 times the quality, right? So it's kind of hard for me to justify. Don't fix something that's not broken. It's true. I'm not a fan of spending money in general, so you know. I'll make an exception every now and then, like upgrading the PC or something along those lines, but I think it's more so just when you see all the big streamers using the same thing, you're like, "Oh, I need that thing. Everyone else is using that thing. I guess I need that thing." It's like, "No, you don't need that thing. You're fine, bro. Like you're okay." Still don't have any chaos fragments. Sad. If the mic comes with some fancy software compatibility or something, otherwise your mic is more than sufficient. Yeah, well, also the thing is, most people watch streams, at least my streams, on their phone, and they're probably just using phone speakers. Like, most people that watch me are probably not using headphones. Or if they are, they're using, like, shitty AirPods or something, you know? They're not using, like, a pair of Sennheisers or Bose or, you know, like some, like, really nice... like some actual nice audiophile headphones. They're probably just using, like, oh yeah, these are my Dre Beats. Or my AirPods, or what I do, which is just like cheap ass $35 wireless earbuds off Amazon. You know? And so it's like those, like, most people probably wouldn't even tell a difference. Like, whenever I've upgraded my stuff in the past, most people haven't even been able to tell that, like, watch the content. Soul Frame? I don't think I've heard of it. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. Big streamers get paid big dollars to advertise equipment. Also true, yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody's paying like Joe Rogan to advertise his mic or whatever. If you can answer this question, what is last words? I'll donate $20. One, I don't want your $20, dude. Keep it. Give it to somebody that needs it. Two, I don't know what you're talking about. It's a medieval title made by the same folks that did Warframe. Oh, that's interesting. It sounds kind of cool. Yeah, you guys should never donate to me. I do more than well financially. You guys should keep your money for yourself or keep your money for, you know, somebody that needs it much more. It's going to be a much better use of your money. Looks slower, more weighty than Warframe. I got into Warframe a little bit before the Japan trip. And I was actually really enjoying it until I hit a certain point where it definitely like became super grindy. Because I just had to like, it was like, okay, you can't progress the main mission until you do, you know, this, and this. And then that's when I was like, oh, man. Like, that's when I bounced really hard off of it. But also, it's just, it's kind of hard for me to justify. It's kind of hard for me to justify, like, spending time on those really grindy games. Just because whenever I play them, dude, I always feel like, man, I should be playing, like, you know, one of my single-player games or something along those lines.
Is right, we should be able to uncover.
It's okay, I love your live stream. It brings back memories from my best friend who died of a disease. He loves your videos. Oh, thank you, dude. That's very nice. And rest in peace, man.
We should head to Rebellion and find out what happened to Scalpel. General, there are still corruptors on the loose in Vizar. Vizar was Scalpel's pride and joy.
I like Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter is a different type of grind, I feel like.
Commander Scalpel trained them himself.
Because a lot of Monster Hunter's skill, whereas a lot of those grindy games, I feel like they're not really skill-based. Like, I don't think Warframe is a skill-based game, really. It's like a gear check game. You know? And like the fights and the levels and stuff in Warframe, they don't feel dynamic like fighting the different monsters of Monster Hunter does.
There must be some survivors. If you can find even one, they would be a great asset, General.
Like maybe like once you get further in Warframe, you get to some like really high level, very challenging stuff.
The ability to destroy soul. I can't believe I ever helped
But I never got to that point at least.
Necromancy may deal with the dead, but it's based on understanding the soul, communicating with it.
Do I play Call of Duty Mobile? No, I don't play any mobile games.
He never
Unless you
told me
count,
what
like,
he really wanted,
my Switch, in which
He
case I
liked
play
it.
like Dead Cells and Balatro on that.
and I believed him.
But those aren't really like mobile games. They're games you can play mobile. They're not mobile games. Hotfix compensation. Wow, look at that. A whole bunch of horse shit. That was something that concerned me about the commentary around Soulframe. Yeah, like gear checks are like, I understand their purpose, but I just don't really see. John, why would you say behind you? You were acting like a normal human being. Then you said behind you, and now you got banned. See? What's the point of fucking around and finding out, man? You know? What's the point? Didn't sound very tough. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that the game has to be hard in order to be engaging. But I definitely want, like, it to be dynamic. I want to have to think about what I'm doing, you know? But I think that, like, probably the average person that plays those games prefers to just zone out and not really think. So I think that's probably why they don't try and push any of that.
You require more soul stones to unlock more effects.
Like, you watch like high level Warframe, and it's just a dude like flying through a level at Mach 10, and everything is just dying. He like shoots once or uses one ability, and just everything on the screen dies, and it's like millions of damage, and it's like, are you even playing the game? You know, like, is it engaging? Morning, Adam. Yeah, I'm having a good stream. I'm chilling. Other than a fly landing in my coffee, that was a bit of a bummer. Sports games aren't necessarily hard, but you could spend hours on them. I can't spend a single hour on a sports game. I mean, unless it's like a spin on a sports game, like a Mario Strikers or something like that. That's a very weird thing to say, John. But I don't give shoutouts to people.
It is the only thing that can restore our power and destroy ghosts.
I only give shoutouts to people if I'm like very familiar with them and their content, because a big thing that can happen when you're a content creator is you give a shout out to someone because somebody in chat asks you to or something, and then you go and they're posting fucking ISIS beheading videos or something, you know? They're posting how to make explicit substances or something, and it's like, oh great, I just shouted out a fucking terrorist or something. So yeah, I only shout out people that I know. Like, I'll give Kenzie a shout out even though her content is poo poo. I'll still give her a shout out when she talks about her channel or whatever.
Quickly, mortal. We need it.
Yeah, that fly really, he did me dirty, man. But he didn't expect that I was such a nasty little degenerate that I just scooped him out. And I drank that coffee. You think I'm gonna waste heavy whipping cream and Tarani white chocolate syrup? Come on. Of course not. Never drank a single cup of coffee. I know I'm weird. I mean, hey, if you don't, I always say if you don't have an addiction, there's no point developing one.
General, We receive word of survivors.
See, now me, I need caffeine. Like,
The brothers Siban and
I would not be able to survive without it.
last seen in the fortress courtyard.
Unless I replace it with, like,
The brothers
cocaine
and
or
the remaining
something.
Sentinels are making their last stand there.
I might have done that too, been low-key about it. You out here loud and proud to some degenerate activity. I'm an open book, man.
Who are best Sentinels.
I have no shame.
Train them since
I'm a
they were
fully open book.
stick, and they joined the ranks at a young age.
I am honest and transparent.
Commander Scalpel even handpicked Siban as his successor. The bond between those two brothers is unshakable. If they're still alive, they could be a great help to us.
Creaky. I'm no role model, that's for sure. But goddamn it, I'll be honest about not being a role model. I'm not gonna lie about it. 22 skill points. Jesus Christ. Increase the damage. Yes. Increase the duration. Yes. Summon massive spears to attack. Repeat the input to chain additional attacks. Sweep a wide area. That's some anime horseshit right there. Hell yeah. All right. Wait. Why did it take my abilities out of my javelin throw? It's weird. Wait. It took all my abilities out. Huh? I was wondering why I had so many points. That's weird. It's very strange. Portion of the spirit used when using a brutal attack from behind. Increase the amount of phantom form gauge gained when using brutal attacks. That's very strange. Too many eggs. I'm cooked. My suits make me look like an agent. You should see me when I go out in them. And I'm wearing sunglasses. And I have my earpieces in. And I've got my gun. Then I really look like a little agent. Ow. Dude, exploded into glitter. What kind of gun? I have a video on my EDC. I carry a Glock 43X MOS. With just a little bit of work done to it, not too much. Great little concealed carry. I love the thing. G17 for you. Good gun. It's a good gun. Bare bones. I like an optic. I do enjoy an optic. I find like grip tape to be almost necessary. Especially like carrying out gear with how sweaty your hands are and stuff. Since I'm in Arizona, my hands get very sweaty. Can make it difficult to do follow-up shots. But also just having like, I don't like stippling or anything just because if I carry appendix, I have that pressed up against my sweaty stomach. You know, does not feel great. So I definitely, I prefer to damn. No. Oh. Okay. Yeah, but I think it feels way better to have like some actual proper grip tape pressed up against my stomach or my side, depending on how I'm carrying. I usually side carry, but depending, if I think I'm gonna be like sitting a lot, I'll do appendix. Gotta love the 104 already. Yeah, shit's getting hot, man. Earlier and earlier too. I want to move more north. I think they get it a lot less. Either want to move more north, or we've been looking at buying a place in like Tennessee. Some places that are a little more temperate. I still like it hot. Don't get me wrong, but Prescott or Flagstaff? Flagstaff would be nice. I feel like that wouldn't be too expensive. I haven't really looked into Prescott though. Problem is just that a lot of people are moving here now, and as a result, shit is getting so expensive. Like, first house that I bought down here was just a few years ago. It was like 2019, I think. 2019 was the first house that we bought, and it was 196K, 2,500 square feet. I think it was 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, pretty big backyard. Like, just so nice, dude. It was incredibly nice. 196K for all that. And then, you know, our current house was 400K. A little bit less, but right around 400K. And it's 4,200 square feet. Has a pool. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bedrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bathrooms. Tons and tons of space. And like, that was a pretty good deal. Now the prices are so fucking insane. There is no way to get like that price per square foot anymore. It just like doesn't even exist. Like, our current house that we just bought like not that long ago. Ow. You know, this one that's 400K is evaluated to be around $1 million, just south of $1 million now. And we've only lived here like 3 years, almost 3 years, I think. Fucking insane, dude. It's so bad. I'm getting owned. I need to get this chaos off of me. Chaos. I can't heal with this shit on me. So yeah, it's just getting so expensive. It's getting ridiculous. So yeah, snowbirds are definitely bad, but it's just a lot of people from fucking California moving over here. Am I doing a glass cannon build? Not necessarily. I have some points in health. I'm wearing kind of heavy armor. Dude just hits like a truck. Paying 4K a month for 3 beds? Yeah, we don't pay anywhere near 4K a month. That would be fucking criminal, dude. Ow. Fucking chaos, dude. What? I'm so far from you. What do you mean? Bro, he does not care. Oh my god. It's actually crazy how much damage this guy is doing. Whoa. Holy fuck, that guy hurt. Yeah, we pay, let me see, 8, 16, 24. We pay about 2,500 a month for our mortgage. And then once you add in like all of the maintenance costs for the pool every month, for the acid, the chlorine, all of that, the upkeep, you add in utilities and stuff like that, you're probably looking at about 3,500 a month. Mortgage. And then you have to remember we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have like 5 other people living here. So, well, these days 4 other people because my one cousin doesn't really come back here very often. But yeah, so we have 4 other people. I don't know if she's still paying rent or utilities or what her situation is. I have no idea. But for me, at least, my share of things is usually right around 800 a month. Sometimes it's around $1,000, but it's about 800 a month I pay for everything in total. Well, jar baby. Morning, Jason. Did I read the new patch updated for first Berserker Khazan? Some good stuff was improved upon. Does the game feel any different? I haven't really noticed anything different other than they gave me a bunch of rewards, like some compensation for some bug or something. So that was nice. I didn't mind that. 2.25% interest on my house. That was long gone. Yeah. Yeah, we only got a 15-year mortgage. We didn't get like a fucking 30-year or anything like that. Like, I feel like a lot of people do. So yeah, it's like we would love to sell this place and move on, but especially because like this house is just so much more than we need. Like I said, like my one cousin, she's like never ever here anymore. She's always at her girlfriend's place, so like she's never here. I don't even know if she's paying. My other cousin, he's kind of just, I think he's kind of ready to just go on his own, do his own thing. My aunt and uncle, they are, they want their own place for obvious reasons. And, yeah, me and my dad would be fine. Like, me and my dad, we have way too much space. So, I think we're all kind of going our own way other than me and my dad. Me and my dad are probably just always going to stick with each other. I don't really see a world where we don't. We just work very well together. We complement each other, and we have like no drama or anything. We're best friends, so. And especially since, you know, we both want to make the move to Japan now after our vacation. It's like, makes way more sense to just stay together, save up, you know, help each other like study Japanese and all of that, and get to that point where we can move down. Move up? Move east? That's however you would phrase that. But I mean, that's not going to be for probably about 10, 15 years. Like we need to get much more fluent in Japanese before we do that. It was definitely an eye-opening experience being over there and being like, oh shit, we got a long ways to go. Yeah, move over.
Zibin and Commander Scalpel have returned. Lower the bridge.
Lower the bridge. I think we need 150k to level. Get one more level here. Yeah, I'm not doing a glass cannon. I mean, I have 40 vitality. I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like that ain't too shabby. This is the first Berserker Khazan. Oh man, that coffee is hitting. That coffee is hitting. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Probably have to take care of that before work. If possible, I'd like to just hold it until I can log in for work. Nothing better than pooping on company time, am I right? Yeah, it's quite good. It is quite good. I would recommend it. It has some issues, for sure, but it is good. Really, bruh? Speaking of issues, this is a good example of the issues. Like these. Oh. Straight up Dark Souls 2-esque fighting multiple dudes at the one time. Luckily, it's like basically just the side content that's like this, I'll say. That hit me. Ow. Ow. Oh, wow. Basically just the side content that's like this, but still is a little bit annoying. And they reuse a lot of the same like enemy types and side bosses and stuff. I'd say that's probably the biggest problem I have with the game. Uh-oh. Lots of repetition in the side content for sure. So basically how it usually works is you'll beat a main mission, which will be an entirely new area, new like main boss, and then you'll get side quests from the various characters. And the side quests will be going through those same areas, probably fighting that same boss again with very little difference. So like that's where the repetition comes from.
We're leaving for something really important.
Saban, Commander Scalpel wouldn't abandon us, would he?
Of course not. Once this is done.
No one's abbreviating this game.
Brother, please be careful.
Yeah, I love Souls
Back
likes.
soon, brother. I promise.
They're one of my favorite genre of game. I've played basically all of them. Oscar is just such a contrarian, bro.
Saban, you're back.
Yep.
I'm so glad you're safe.
Yep, me and the boys gonna be playing Night Rain. I'll probably do Night Rain with viewers as well if anybody picks it up. Top 3 Souls-like: Bloodborne, Lies of P, Sekiro.
What happened? How?
Yep. Easy. And in that order, I would say.
Now I'm just like you.
Lies of P could move to the top for me, depending on how good the DLC is. Like, if the DLC, like, in my opinion, Lies of P is the best Souls-like in terms of quality of life and just all around. I think it's the best. But I think Bloodborne has a more interesting world, just by a bit. And Bloodborne clears in terms of music. No Elden Ring? Nah. Too much repetition in Elden Ring. And I'm not a big fan of open world stuff. Elden Ring would be way down the list for me. It's past DS3, it's past Demon Souls. It's definitely like way down there for me. I didn't think it was bad. Thought I could land on that. I was wrong. Lies of P is incredibly good. It's very hard, though. I think it's harder than most Souls-likes. I think it's harder than almost all of From Software's games. It's very hard. I think that's why a lot of people bounced off Lies of P, because it is incredibly difficult. But, it's really, really good. Cap? No, it's not cap. A lot of things that people rely on in FromSoft games to get them through are not in Lies of P. So you can't do co-op. Co-op is a really big thing that a lot of people I know IRL use in order to get through From Software games. I know at least 5 people that the only reason that they have ever gotten through From Software games is because of co-op. So there's no co-op in Lies of P. It makes it very, very difficult for people that rely on that. The summons, they do have summons in Lies of P, but it's just like a dude outside the boss arena, and the summons are like pretty terrible. They're not that good. The parry timing is very tight compared to other games. It's more akin to like Expedition 33 recently. I think it's around 250 millisecond parry window timing compared to something like Sekiro, which has 500 millisecond parry timing. So it's much more tighter window objectively for parries. And then on top of that, I think iframe wise, I think it was I don't know, it's been a while since I looked into the actual numbers, but I believe you have about 20% less iframes in your dodge in Lies of P. And then you add on top of that, there's no real way to cheese like there is in a lot of From Software games. Like a lot of From Software games, they'll have like, yeah, you could do magic, you know, and magic is like really, really strong if you get the build right. There's no magic. There's no, like, real range stuff at all. And then add on top of all of that, which is already a lot of stuff that makes Lies of P harder, the fact that there is, Jesus. I had it. It's leaving me. It's leaving me. Find it. Oh, delayed attacks. A lot of people struggle with delayed attacks. So, Lies of P is full of delayed attacks. Like, almost every single enemy has, like, 2 different moves, minimum, that have delayed attacks. Most bosses, like, almost their entire move set is delayed attacks. So, Lies of P is very, very difficult. Those are, like, a few of the reasons why people I've talked to IRL and online have dropped Lies of P and not stuck with it, but they've stuck with From Software games. Yeah, there's Jesus. Elden Ring cheese is crazy, yeah, which is bound to happen when you have as much shit as Elden Ring has. I mean, it has like a bajillion weapons, spells, summons, co-op, a mount, a billion items, you know? It's like bound to happen when you have that much horseshit in your game. But honestly, I think Lies of P is like peak. I think it's really good. Like when you play Lies of P, there's so many things that just make sense that make it hard to play other Souls-likes because you're like, man, why don't they do this thing that Lies of P does? Why don't they do this thing that Lies of P does? And it ultimately just feels like it's a game made by From Software fans and like Souls-like fans for From Software fans. Which is a feeling I don't get very often. A lot of the times I play a Souls-like and I'm like, I feel like these guys don't understand why people like Souls-likes. Like that's how I was when I played like Lords of the Fallen, for example. I played Lords of the Fallen and I was like, this feels like a game that like the people who made it didn't understand what people enjoy about From Software games. Like they thought, oh, people like From Software games just because they're fucking hard. And they enjoy getting their ass beaten. And it's like, yes, to an extent, that's why people like Souls-likes, but they like it to feel fair. They don't like it to, you know, all of their deaths that come from shitty level design where you're on a ledge and all of your attacks cause you to dash forward 20 feet. So you're just constantly flying off ledges, and then add on top of that like 30 enemies attacking you at once in the area, all with pushing attacks, and it's like, that's not fun. It doesn't feel like good difficulty. It feels like cheap, gimmicky difficulty that ultimately just becomes more frustrating than fun. And I feel that way with a lot of Souls-likes. Lies of P doesn't have that. They don't have like, here's the area where it builds up an instant death status effect on you. Isn't this fun? Here's the area where it's it's all edges and there's a million enemies shooting at you with bows, and so you just fall off and die. Like, they don't do that stuff in Lies of P. And I think that's one of Lies of P's strengths. And just like the quality of life. Like, oh, you really like a move set that a weapon has? Well, that's fine. Just take the handle off of that weapon and you can put any other blade or club or whatever on top of it. So if you find like maybe a blade that you like more because you like the ability that that blade has, and you like maybe the scaling better and the damage better, but you really like the move set on the handle that you're currently using, you just take that new blade, put it on the new handle. There you go. You have the same move set, all the scaling and the special ability of the new blade, like stuff like that is just really, really nice quality of life. That makes the game feel really fun, and it makes it really fun to experiment. Yeah, I think Lies of P is, just call it Lies of Peak. No, but really, it is really good. It's actually really good. Highly recommend. On Game Pass. And the DLC is coming out in like a month. And the DLC is looking really, really good. How much time do we have? Like, oh shit, I start at 6 today, don't I? What the ban thing is all about? It's just engagement bait, man. It's to get people like you to click and comment and either ask about it or say it. Doesn't really matter. YouTube utilizes an engagement-based algorithm that incentivizes content creators to get comments on their content before YouTube will push it out to more people. So, it's just a little bait to get people to click and comment. That's all. No cool, funny story about Diddy lubing me up with his baby oil and sneaking up behind me in my cheeks or something. Just the system at play. It worked. It works hundreds, if not thousands of times every single stream. Yep. It works very, very often. That's only a dream. Yes. That is my fantasy. It's got to be like millions now. I mean, we usually average, assuming I stream like 3 or 4 times a week, we usually average about 15 or 16,000 comments on the channel. So, you know, I've been doing it for probably like 7 months, something like that, maybe even longer. No, longer, because it was Silent Hill 2. That was like the first game that I streamed in this format. So a bit longer, actually. It's probably been like 9 months or 10 months. And, you know, so you average 40 weeks times roughly 16,000. It was way higher during like some of the games, though, like Stalker 2 and Dragon Age Veilguard. I think we were averaging about 40 to 50,000 comments every week. So, yeah, pretty crazy. It was Quiet Place that you streamed on at first? No, it was Silent Hill and Dragon Age Inquisition. Does that mean people want to be banned if that's what gets them to comment? I think it's more like, you know, it's the big red button. You put a big red button on the wall, you tell people, hey, don't press the big red button. And they're like, oh, I know I'm not supposed to, but I really want to know what happens. And so maybe they come in and say, hey, what's up with the big red button, dude? And sometimes they press the big red button. And either way, doesn't really matter. You got the comment and the click, and that's all that really matters. I mean, ideally, you want to get like 3 or 4 comments out of people. Like, that's the meta. That's optimal. That's when it seems like you start seeing diminishing returns.
What brings you here now?
But, you know.
I'm looking for a sword.
Something's better than nothing.
So you're here to pilfer the legendary sword, are you? You've got that look in your eye again. The Lord here was my uncle, so technically the sword is mine now.
Don't care.
I can't hand this sword out to just anyone. But if you were to make this place safer by dealing with the monsters, then perhaps...
Yeah, you want to press the button. You want to know what's going to happen.
They say not everyone can wield the sword. As far as I know, no one has actually seen it.
Then why do you want it?
Maybe you're chasing a wild goose.
That wasn't funny at all.
You didn't find that funny. well, no need to be angry about it. Anyways, if you
okay, that was funny. Okay, you got me, you son of a bitch. You got me. That was funny.
All right, I'll tell you.
That's
It's
good.
in the castle's underground tomb. But you still need me to unlock the door for you. After my uncle died, some mage was put in charge of this place. But then that insane
Bad guys, monsters, kill them, get the sword. Hopefully it's good. Got it. Sold. I just saw recently that Splitgate 2 came out? Does anybody know anything about that? Is that actually out now, or is it free to play like Splitgate 1? I think it might be fun to do a little stream of that. I actually enjoyed Splitgate 1 quite a bit. It was definitely one of those games where it was like, okay, this is fun. This is a good game. You know, you play for a week and then you basically never touch it again. But I did enjoy it. And it seems like they're doing way more with it in terms of like making it like old school Halo. Saw in the trailer they had I was running around with fucking a rocket launcher. I was like, oh, cool. But I hadn't really heard anything about it, so I didn't know like when it was coming out. Other than I started to get some ads for it. That's why I was a little bit curious. But we also have like just so much shit to play. Like we got Night Rain. Oh god. We've got Night Rain. Tainted Grail. Midnight Walk. Still need to do Atomfall. I feel like Atomfall is going to be that one game I just never come back. This game looks okay. They just all look the same. I mean, I guess you can say that about a lot of genres of games, right? Like you probably like see Astrobot or something and you're like, all of these platformers look the same. And it's like, you're not wrong. But you know, it's kind of just the genre of game. Like for those of us that like Souls-likes, we're not really looking for something to completely reinvent the wheel. We're just looking for something that's good. Like at least that's my view on it, is I don't need a Souls-like that's like trying to be completely different. And honestly, most of the time that games try and do stuff really, really different in a genre, I feel like it ends up flopping. Like all I want out of a Souls-like, personally, is I want fun, challenging, fair boss fights. And honestly, that's it. Like I play these games for the boss fights. Like having build variety is always nice. Having like player agency in terms of how you build your character and having like multiple different ways to play is always nice. But ultimately for me, all I really care about is like, does it have good, fun, engaging, and fair boss fights? Because that's my jam, man. I love a nice, difficult boss fight. That's why I fell in love with the, you know, with the Dark Souls games in the first place. Ow. Like, I don't really care about the story in these types of games. I don't really care too much about the world in these types of games. Don't get me wrong, if one has a really interesting world like Bloodborne, then I can get into it. But, like, most of the time, it's going to be the gameplay carrying for me. Oh. Just ran on that little trap. I saw that. Oh. Nice. I've been pranked. I got fucking pranked. Fair play, video game. Fair play. Ow. I think you can see me. But yeah, I enjoy playing basically all of the Souls-likes. Like, some of them are definite letdowns, don't get me wrong. But a lot of them are pretty good, I feel like. Like, I do actually think it's one of those genres where the average game is pretty good. The average Souls-like is better than, I'd say, like, the average horror game, right? Like, the average horror game is fucking just trash. It's terrible. It's like, look at this JPEG that pops out at you. It's like, okay. This is the first Berserker Khazan. Ow. Oh! 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 Looks pretty cool. It's quite good. It's definitely probably like a solid 7.5 game, I would say. It's quite good. Yeah, I'd recommend giving it a shot if you like Souls-likes. I think it's a good Souls-like. How do I get down here? Hello, Slobby. Is that like Dobby's morbidly obese brother? How do I get down there? I remember you from that one game. Eternal Strands, I think it was. Yeah, good game. Love Souls-like, finished Code Vein a few months ago. I need to go back to Code Vein. I never did finish it. How do I get down here? An illusory wall or something? What does this do? Ah, interesting. How far did I get in Code Vein? I could not tell you. I really do not recall. I don't think I got too far in it. I was a little bit turned off by how anime it was. Like, I thought it was just gonna be a bit anime, but it was, like, really anime. Like, it was, like, giant booba level anime. I was like, okay, this is a little bit more anime than I thought it was gonna be. I think this is, like, the perfect amount of anime. Like, it's anime enough to have a lot of substance. There's definitely still, like, very attractive character designs and stuff like that. But it's not like, you know, a whole nother level where you're embarrassed for people to see you playing it type of game, you know? Ow. Ow. He baited me. He fucking baited me. What? Where's my parry, brother? Oh, he's still going. That animation is so perfectly delayed that it seems like he's done. Ow. Oh no, I have hallucination. All my inputs are reversed. Oh. Well, that could have been bad. Love this game. Got it pre-ordered 1 hour into playing the demo, but I sold myself out playing all the Dark Souls and Elden Ring again before it. Oh, that's rough, dude. Yeah, Expedition 33 is fantastic. Very, very good. Definitely a front runner for Game of the Year. For me, and I think a lot of people. Like, I still think for me, personally, Split Fiction is probably like a little bit better. But boy, oh boy, is Expedition 33 really good. I love anime personally, and apparently Code Vein is related to the Monster Hunter like games. I like anime. I used to be way, way more into anime. But I'm not really into like ecchi, however you say it, like lewd anime. I'm not really into that type of anime, like giant booba bouncing. Look at her, a big badoinky badonka honkerders. And every single shot is an upskirt shot, and you know, I'm not really too big into that. So I think that's why, like, this does it a little more for me than Code Vein. Because Code Vein, I was like, okay, this is a little... Yeah, like, ReZero is great. ReZero is very, very well done. Like, I'm fine with some, you know, stuff if it fits the tone of the story and it's appropriate. Like, you know, my favorite anime and manga is Berserk. And Berserk has a whole lot of like sexual depravity and stuff, but it's usually done in terms of like horror to show how like dark and gritty and gruesome the world is. Ow. And it's not just like, here's upskirt shots every other shot and giant boobies and stuff. Haven't played Split Fiction yet. Want to play It Takes Two as well. But yeah, no, Expedition is easy Game of the Year for me. Honestly, glad GTA 6 got delayed of all the bangers we got. Oh, there's so many good games coming out still. Like, this is definitely going to be a great year. Honestly, I think Expedition 33 and Split Fiction, like, already had a really good chance of beating GTA 6 for Game of the Year. Like, I know a lot of people were like, GTA 6 guaranteed Game of the Year. I didn't really subscribe to that theory. In my opinion, there's zero possibility GTA 6 is a better game than Red Dead Redemption 2. And Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't win Game of the Year. So I think that alone is kind of proof that Rockstar is not like guaranteed Game of the Year just because they're Rockstar. So, I mean, I don't think we have that many releases, at least that we know of, for next year. So I think GTA's very good chance of winning next year. But this year, I would not have been even remotely surprised if Expedition 33 took Game of the Year. Or Split Fiction. I could see either one, honestly. I think Split Fiction has a little bit of a higher chance of winning Game of the Year. Only because it's literally a story about struggling writers. and most critics are like writers. You know? And you have to remember, like, what wins game of the year is not the best game of the year. It's what a bunch of critics vote for. It's not what the average person wants. And I think Split Fiction, especially since It Takes Two already won game of the year. So like they have a history of winning game of the year. I think Split Fiction probably appeals to the critics a little bit more. But honestly, like, we've gotten so many good games already. Like Expedition 33 for me is like a 10 out of 10. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for me was like a 9.5 out of 10. And Split Fiction for me is like a 10 out of 10. You know, we have so many more games coming out. Of a game I hope gets Game of the Year. I think it would be nice if Expedition 33 won it, just because of how small the team is. And, you know, kind of the story around the game, how it was a bunch of devs that left Ubisoft, made their own thing. Got funded largely by Kepler, which is a publishing house just made of a bunch of different indies, which is really cool. And how successful the game has been. I think it would be really cool for them to win Game of the Year, but honestly, I would be fine if Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 won. I'd be fine if Split Fiction won. I'd be fine if Expedition 33 won. Like, they're all amazing games. And who knows what else is going to come out, right? And be a banger. Like, we still have a bunch of big hitters that haven't came out yet. So, yeah, Silk Song is coming out. We have Ghosts of Yote, which I'm hoping is going to be, like, fantastic. I have a lot of faith in that. We have a new Mafia, exactly. We have Lost Soul Aside. We have Wu Chang. We have Borderlands 4, which I don't think is Game of the Year or anything, but I think, you know, hopefully it could be a lot of fun. We have Outer Worlds 2. Microsoft seems to be very, very confident in that. Outer Worlds is my Game of the Year of 2019, I think the first one came out. So I'm very, like, excited for that. We're getting a ton of games. There's so many games that we're getting this year. Death Stranding 2, Elden Ring Night Reign in just a couple days here. And Death Stranding 2 is obviously in a month. Yeah, there's so many titles that all look really, really good. So, best year for gaming for at least a decade. Oh yeah, we had Monster Hunter Wilds as well. Like, that game was great. Don't even know how I forgot about that. Like, that just shows how many games there are when, like, I'm a huge Monster Hunter fan and I forget about fucking Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, I think we haven't really seen a year this good since 2018. Yeah, Dynasty Warriors Origins, I bought that. I haven't played it. And then we have, like, just a bunch of, like, smaller things. So we have Tainted Grail, which just came out. People are really, really loving. You know, it's kind of like this indie Dark Soul, or not Dark Souls, Elder Scrolls, which I picked up. I'm excited to play that. You have Midnight Walk, which is like a claymation, like an entirely claymation horror game. Looks really, really fascinating. I picked up. I haven't played yet. There's so many great games. It's been, yeah, I think since 2018 since we've had this many good games. Like, 2018 was obviously most notably Red Dead Redemption 2. But it was also, like, Monster Hunter World. It's also God of War 2018. I had tons and tons of bangers. Spider-Man. There's tons of bangers that happened Back in 2018. It's been a while since we've had... this many bangers. Oh, was Horizon 2018 as well? God damn, Sony was kind of killing it. No, Dynasty Warriors was this year. It was like January, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of games. If only I was rich enough to buy every game I wanted. I buy them all. The problem is time, man. It's kind of the funny thing. Like, as I've gotten older, it's like, now I have the money to buy all these games, which I never had when I was younger, you know? And I'd get like 1, maybe 2 games a year if I was lucky. It's like, now I can buy all the games that I want, but I don't have the time to play them. It's the unfortunate dichotomy about getting older. Less time, more money. Curious about your ban term. Is there a story? No, not at all. It's just engagement bait. It just gets people to click and comment on the stream. I'm gonna play the new update for Monster Hunter Wild, the one with Akuma being a weapon. What? Akuma is coming to Wilds? Huh? I haven't heard about that. I did the last update. I did it off stream, but I did the Mitsutsune and
What's going on?
Zoshia
Turned purple, and he killed his servant.
and Arc Tempered Riddau. I did all that. Yeah, Akuma from Street Fighter. Well, that's cool. I'll have to look that up. I hadn't heard anything about that. This is the thing, man. It's like there's so much new stuff coming out, and then there's all these like live service games getting updated as well. Like Ultron is coming to I think Ultron is coming to Marvel Rivals. Me and my friends usually play with Marvel Rivals, so it's like that's a big thing. What the guy's shooting a goddamn laser. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh! Well, this is a cool fight. Oh! Oh! Well, I would have died there. Good thing I picked up that skill, huh? Ow. Ow. Oh! Jesus Christ. This guy's sick. Cool. Yeah, Yuzuki, thanks for stopping by, dude. Have a good one. It'll be dropped on the 29th. Jesus. Any new releases I'm gonna play? Oh, dude, there's so many. There are so many. I mean, we have Elden Ring Night Rain just in a couple days here. Comes out on the 30th. I mean, the boys are gonna be playing that at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday. Look like the food review guy. He wishes, brother. Have you seen that man? He looks like a fucking fish. He looks like a lizard person. And my man has no jawline. Meanwhile, me, godlike jawline. Don't be mean to your lookalike. Livman looks nothing like me. I mean, I gotta be honest. The only thing me and that guy have in common are that we're both skinny white dudes that dress nice. That is all. I have much longer hair, completely different face shape, wear glasses, sound nothing like him. Have a worse hairline. He's got me beat on the hairline. That's for damn sure.
The doors opened, just like I promised.
But he also like greases back his hair, I think, which is it's a look. Hey Christopher, how's it going, dude?
It's all yours. Oh, damn it, that's
I really have the Omegle set up.
If you make it out alive, let me
I
know
do
if
not.
it's a genuine article.
Rocking the samurai hairstyle. I do like to do the samurai, but it's less professional. The half bun. I do like the half bun a lot. But it's not too professional for work. Unfortunately. Same with like having my hair down. It's just not very professional for work. But I do really like the half bun. You know, where you have like the top half in a bun and then the bottom like long and out. I like that a lot. I enjoy that.
Finally, the transcendental sword.
Uh-oh. Oh boy, mages. My favorite. Ow. 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 Okay, well I thought this guy was just gonna spam spells, but my bad. I did not realize he was about that life. Ow. My turn. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Gotcha. My professional hairstyle is bald. If only, dude. Katana at the mall guy seeing you with samurai haircut would be so happy. I don't remember what hair I had when he said that. Thanks, Joe. Have a good one yourself, dude. Straight people can't pull it off. Pull what off? I don't think anyone's sexuality determines what they can wear or not wear. That seems like a little bit of a silly take.
Why won't it move? The sword will call forth your past, your regrets. You must overcome it.
Oh, god damn it. Remember what I was saying about shit being reused in the game? Well, at least this is a little different. Oh. It didn't do my heavy. I love that. Wow, that didn't even look like it was anywhere near me. Wow, that's a crazy tracking. Coming back. Ooh. Pretty optimal punish, all things considered, actually. Ow. Uh-oh. Ooh, Jesus. Her stamina recovered so fast. That's not good. Oh. Ow. Why are you running? Oh. Well, that's new. Oh. Dead. Unfortunate.
This sword will not be yours.
Can wear a V-neck if I want to. Yeah, V-necks aren't bad looking. V-necks on guys are gross. No, they're not. V-necks are fine. V-necks can be gross on guys, you know, maybe if they have like a really, really hairy chest, but... I mean, I'd rather not you ban Tree Fitty, man. I don't know what he's saying, but he is a regular. Why? Is he saying something particularly bad? I mean, if he is, you can ban him. Usually like to give the benefit of the doubt to regulars, though. I was wanting to look good gay. That's like the olden days way of thinking, you know? Like the olden day ways of thinking is like, what the hell, brother? You're dressing to impress? What? You're dressing like that because you want a cock? That's like, what? It's definitely like one of those toxic masculinity things that, like, I know my dad grew up with that. That was very common thinking back then. Even of just like being like, oh, that boy, he's metrosexual, you know? For like somebody that just wants to look good. I mean, I think just in general, most men, regardless of their sexuality, most men dress like shit. At least over here in the States. Like in Japan, that was not the case at all. They dress fucking awesome. But definitely in the States, like most men look so fucking nasty and homely. Like they're like wearing like sweatpants and hoodies and they're unshaven and stuff. There's definitely something to be said about just like, you know, being confident and not caring about like what other people think about how you're dressed, but there's also something to be said about, you know, making the best possible first impression and looking good. And it just makes you feel good too. Honestly. If you look good, you're more likely to feel good, I feel like. And I mean, that is an actual psychological phenomenon as well. It's not just a me thing. There's like a proven psychological fact for the average person. Of course, there's always going to be outliers, but in general, like, it's the same thing with like making your bed, right? Like, making your bed may not seem like an important thing to you, but for the average person, it actually has a very real impact on their mental state. And this is coming from someone that never makes their bed. Make my bed every few months, but, you know, I can't argue with the science. Wouldn't make me a very good scientist. But yeah, for me, you're just treated much better when you dress nice. I feel better when I dress nice. And there's not really any there's no downside to it. Like, it's still comfortable. It's not like I'm uncomfortable or anything. Oh damn, she's going wacky mode. Music's going kind of hard though. Ow. 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 GG. But I think it depends on how big the V-neck is. If I can see your entire chest, it's an ew, but like above collarbone, it's kind of okay. Well, it's also just subjective, right? It's entirely subjective. There's no such thing as like objective fashion. Like, various people are going to find various different things attractive. And like, for me personally, I don't find it very attractive when like really ripped men wear shirts that are like 14 sizes too small for them. I think they look silly. But you know, I'm sure they like it. They think they look good. Probably like boosts their confidence because they've got the muscles and stuff and they're showing them off. So, I mean, it's all just subjective. It's a beautiful thing about free will. Wear whatever you want. The frame rate is struggling right now. 5090, by the way. Mommy, huh?
The sword belongs to another.
Quiet, scholar. We've found it and
Why carry about what I think?
ours. You
Well, it's more just a matter of like if you're saying things that are homophobic, then yeah, obviously that's not allowed. That's not allowed by YouTube's terms of service either. Like I can be held responsible if I allow racism, transphobic comments, homophobic comments, any of those things. I can be held liable if I allow my chat to say things like that. So
Still as naive as
it is important to,
Tim.
you know,
Do you think I'm the only one who knows of your search for the sword?
keep things in line.
Lord Charon knew you'd come for it, and once it's served its purpose, he will take it back.
Damn you. All this talk of Charon. If only we could rip that tongue out of your mouth.
Hey, yo. I like her tongue. Hey, CZ, you'll probably say go for it, but I'm getting my GED, right? There's this female who's 13 years older than me. Should I make a move? Of course, if you're interested. If you guys think, if you think that you guys are compatible, of course. Also, I'm wearing short shorts. Hot take. Not really. I'll just say what almost everyone is thinking. It's almost impossible for a fat dude to look good. I mean, that's the unfortunate truth. You're probably a 4 out of 10. At best, if you're fat. That's just how it is. That's how the numbers work, brother. 5 is average. You're below average if you're fat. That's how it is. It's pretty hard to look good if you're fat.
So,
I don't think it really matters what they're wearing. Unless they hit the gym, they're probably not going to look good. You know. Morning's going good, dude. Can't complain. Got work in a little bit here, but we're being chillin'. Think it's possible, kinda? I don't. I think if you're fat, you're ugly. I know fat dudes younger than you that have a wife and kids. It's all aura. Brother, you can get a wife and kids being a full body burn victim looking like you're straight out of a fucking Freddy Krueger cosplay. I mean, that's not... It doesn't mean you're attractive. And buddy, we're talking about the Hitman games, which I play those. You know, I've tried Hitman games. I haven't really played one since like Blood Money, I think, or maybe Absolution, one of those. It's been a while for sure, but they were never really my cup of tea. I never really enjoyed them too much. I was interested in the VR one, but I heard that was like a buggy mess. Loose fitting stuff would probably work better for them. Looks don't mean anything because they don't last. I mean, looks definitely means something. It would be disingenuous to say that they don't. Looks are very important. Pretty privilege is a very real thing. How many, you know, women out there are coasting by on their looks and doing very well? I mean, it's most definitely a thing. Even men, like, you're more likely to be hired if you're physically attractive. Especially like height. Height is directly correlated with how much you make. So yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of like objective, scientifically proven benefits that you receive for being attractive. Yes, those don't last forever, but it doesn't change the fact that they exist. There's a very strong positive correlation between the two.
Find the master of chaos.
Pretty privilege is a different conversation entirely. No, it's not. We're talking about things being easier for people who are attractive, and it's the same thing. Nice tie and shirt combo. Thank you. It's kind of hard to make the white tie work. I tried on a few different things, and like white tie is tough to make work, man. The silver tie, I think, is a lot easier to like fit in to clothes. Are we still up here? One of the oldest frames out there, which still updates its content. Hope they make another one, honestly. Hitman, or games, I'm gonna guess. Hope they make another one, honestly. Hitman in today's gaming age would probably be really good this time around. I mean, they had one not that long ago, right? Like Hitman 2 or something? Am I gonna audition for Green Day? Did they wear this? It sucks for women when they get older. Yeah, men do, you know, have less issues when they get older, for sure. But that's also largely associated with the fact that men, on average, become more successful as they get older. And typically, women, one of the main attractors for a woman in a man is their success. So as a result, like, men typically go up in attractiveness as they get older because one of the main qualities that their partners or potential partners are looking for in a mate is success. And since they become more successful as they get older, they inherently get more attractive, right? Now, physically, they're like not getting more attractive on average. They're probably like putting on weight, they're getting larger, but you know, definitely like as an attractive mate, men get more attractive with age. On average, men don't typically care about how successful a woman is. So that is a bit unfortunate for women, is that is that's not something where they're getting more attractive as they get older. What attraction is different for each person. Some people are literally attracted to individuals that are outside the norm. You even have people who only like chuggy. Oh yeah, I mean, there's always outliers. There's outliers to everything, you know. You have to understand that a generalizing statement is just that. It's a generalization. It's never going to apply to all of the populace. It is quite literally, maybe not literally, but it is almost impossible to make a statement that will apply to all individuals in a group. And it just gets more and more difficult the larger the group gets. If you're talking about like all of humanity, it's going to be a lot harder to make that statement that's going to, you know, reflect on everyone. But I mean, we're all smart individuals. We know that a statement that's being made is not supposed to be a statement made for every single person, right? We all understand that. It's kind of the general supposition when a generalization statement is made. It's like everybody kind of already understands and knows that it's not something that's made to apply to everybody. Oh, not this fucking guy. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we're dead. Men care about looks. Women care about success, competence. That's why as a man, you can't be focused too much on your looks when you're dating, because a girl will find you more than capable someday. Has nothing to do. I mean, it depends. If you're fat, then there's all sorts of various ramifications for being fat, right? Like, it's not just about your looks when it comes to being fat. It's about your increased odds of cardiovascular disease, your lower health, your lower, like, Jesus, what's the word I'm looking for? Life expectancy. There we go. Jesus. Right? There's a lot of other things to it. So, I mean, yes, you shouldn't care if, you know, you don't have a godlike jawline like me. That shouldn't, like, keep you up at night. But when we're specifically talking about being fat, I mean, you should definitely care about your looks if you're fat, because being fat is going to be really bad for you in the long run. And in this case, we were talking specifically about being fat, and it's very hard to be attractive when you're fat. Physically attractive, I should say. You can definitely still attract a mate. Like I said, you could be a burn victim, have your fucking entire face missing, and you could still get a wife and kids. Absolutely. There are not only people that will look past, you know, things like that. Oh, wait, I gotta give myself a death. I don't think I did. There's not only people that will look past stuff like that, but there's also people that, like, might even find, maybe not burn victim, but like you said, like fat people, they might find fat people attractive. Those people exist for sure. However, are those people the average? No, I would not say they are. I think on average, and I'm sure if you look this up, I haven't looked this up, but I'm sure if you look this up, on average, the vast majority of males would say they do not find a morbidly obese female attractive physically. I can almost 100% guarantee you that is the case. Are there chubby chasers? Yes. But they're not the majority at all. And typically when we're making statements about things, we're talking about the majority. We're not really talking about all of the possible outliers, because if we were, we couldn't make any statement at all. We wouldn't be able to even say human beings have 2 arms, because there'd be someone going, actually, I know a guy that has 1 arm. Right? When we make generalizing statements, we're generalizing about the majority. If you're rich, being fat doesn't seem to matter. I mean, it still matters. It's just to a lesser degree. But at that point, it also depends on what are you looking for. Are you looking for a chick that'll fuck you and just stick around until you die so that she can get your money? Are you looking for a chick that'll stick around so she can marry you and then divorce you and take half your money? Are you looking for an actual, you know, partner for life? You could pass as cousins. But yeah, on average, people will have an easier time in practically all facets of life if they are attractive. Conventionally, physically attractive. I think that is all the stipulations I need to put on it to properly convey the point I'm attempting to make here. Aha. I mean, look at me. I am extremely successful for my age, and I've done so against all odds. I'm literal proof that you can do it against all possible odds and that there's outliers, right? I grew up poor. I was homeless for a long time. I've been very ugly the majority of my life. You know, even now, a lot of people find me ugly, but now that I've like put on more weight and I'm more healthy because I have the money, you know, to do so, I'm definitely better looking. First in my family to like complete college, even though I was a high school dropout. And then on top of all of that, I have autism spectrum disorder, which makes many things inherently more difficult for me than the average person. Obviously, I understand there are outliers. I am one. You know? I have beaten the odds in most things. And the special eyes. Yeah, I have little retard colorblind eyes. And I'm blind as a damn bat, just in general. Get more attraction in the winter when it's cold. That's funny. Hi, Josh, by the way. Yeah, I'm approaching 140 again. I actually lost a lot of weight. The heaviest I've ever been was 148. But I actually lost a lot of weight. I can't really tell you why. There's not like a particular reason or anything. Other than like I stopped working out for a while. And that was that definitely caused me to gain some weight. Or lose some weight, I mean, because like a lot of my weight at that time was muscle that I had gained from working out. Like that's when I was working out really hard. I was trying to get like 1 gram of protein per body weight pound. I was trying to take in about like 4,500 calories every single day, drinking these mass gain shakes, doing low rep, high weight, strength training, like 4 or 5 days a week. Like that's when I was really, really hardcore on like my gym arc. And yeah, 148 was like the heaviest I've ever been. I think right now I'm about 135 since I started working out again and trying to like get back into it. But when I went to Japan, I was 122. So just since Japan, I've managed to bulk up quite a bit. Put on an okay amount. Okay, I can't hit her. Good to know. Awkward. Probably go a day or two without eating full meals. No, I eat at least 1 meal a day, every day. I eat whenever I'm hungry, but admittedly, I don't get hungry very often. I have a very small stomach because I don't eat very often, so I end up intermittent fasting more often than not. But yeah, I don't eat a ton, but I do eat an okay amount, I would say. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go here. Oh. 5'8", 140. I can eat 3 long subs and 45 or less. Eat 2 large pizzas to myself. Can't seem to gain weight. For me, when I was like that and I was like, wow, I just can't gain weight. What I did was log all of my calories for a month. And what I realized is that I would peak at certain days in the week. Like one day I'd have like 5,000, 6,000 calories because I'd have like a milkshake and stuff like that. And then the next day it would be like just way less. Harps? Oh, you're right. I probably have to attack those. I probably have to find those instruments and destroy them. You're probably so right, Reyna. Let's see if we can't find some of these. Piano. Where the harp? Where the harp? Where the harp at? This guy's playing an instrument. But yeah, what I found is like I would have like my average calories per week would come out to like 1,700, but I would have some days in the week that were like 4,000 or whatever, and then I'd have some days where I just like barely ate, and yeah, I would kind of just average out to be, you know, less than it should. Because I used to be the same way. I used to be like, damn, dude, I eat so much. Oh, there's my alarm for work. I hear a thing in there, man. Mm. 105 is not big. 105 is definitely not big. The hell's that guy doing? Like, I'm finally at a point where I'm like getting back to healthy-ish weight. I don't know. I am hitting these, but nothing's happening. Somebody take it as you're calling me fat. If somebody takes you saying that they're 105 as you calling them fat, I mean, that person is a fucking psycho. They've got to be like so chronically online to think that that's fat. That would be crazy. I have no idea what to do here. I'm probably gonna have to look it up, dude. I've got no idea. Like, I've cleared this whole area. Have I not? Ow. Probably gonna have to look this up. I'm too dumb. Not a puzzle gamer. That's fine though, because I have to log in for work momentarily anyway. Probably join the voice chat, call some people retarded or something in the Discord. The huge. What do I do for work other than stream? Well, I make like no money from streaming, so this is literally just a hobby. But I'm a chemist. There's fucking music playing here, man. It seems like I'm supposed to do something here. I don't know what, though. Let's see. I came here. I fought this dude. This place is goddamn is. Where's the guy that I fought? I fought a dude. Okay. Right over here. Came right here. What am I missing? There has to be something here, right? You would think. I can't attack this dude.
Your music is so captivating. Play some more for me.
Okay. Okay. I was literally just supposed to attack this bitch that entire time. That's crazy. I attacked her, man. I didn't realize it was just a shield, and that's why she didn't take damage. What in the fuck? Oh. I can't see. Oh. Okay, I get it. Okay. You're such a fucking piece of shit. I didn't realize I was doing damage. She just had a shield. I did it 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I had to break her shield. I didn't realize. I'd love a checkpoint. You're such a fucking dickhead. You're such a fucking dickhead, video game. God. I've got 11 minutes. 11 minutes. That's all I can spare to play with you. Anyone know what that's from? Your chat if you do. I don't think he said 11 minutes, but... Wesker? Hell yeah. Let's go. Reyna is just a better Kenzie. What the fuck? Jesus. Welcome to the damn mod team, bro. See, this is what I'm talking about. Improvements, people. Improvements. I play DBD. Oh.
So you are. You need to do it before what's inside me kills you.
That explains a lot. You do seem like a DBD player. Do I play DBD? I haven't played DBD since they added skill-based matchmaking. I would have to buy everything on a new account because I tried to get back into it and they have like literally no MMR decay. So I went back in and I used to be a rank 1 player for killer, and their stupid fucking system still thinks I'm a rank 1 player even though I don't know like any of the perks or anything now. I don't know like a bajillion of the new maps, all the new survivor perks and stuff. I went back in and they were literally matching me with people that had 10,000 hours in the game. I checked their Steam profile. It was like I played 3 matches. Every single match, the average player or hour like count of the players that I was fighting was like 2,800. It was obscene. I was like, okay, well, I was like, surely if I just get like booty fucked a few times, right? Then the system will be like, oh, okay, he's not as good as he used to be, right? And then they'll like put me in an easier match. Yeah, nah, that did not happen. At least not in the matches I played. I was just getting like survivors teabagging me, blinding me over and over and over, and then talking the maddest amounts of shit after. I was like, okay. Yeah, that was not fun. Two v8. Oh, that's cool. I hadn't heard about that. Anybody that knows me probably could guess who I played. Doctor, because he had a Plague Doctor mask. And Plague Doctor shit is my shit. And he was never like particularly that strong, to be honest. He was like never that good. But I didn't really care because he had a Plague Doctor mask. That's all I cared about. Vommy Mommy. Oh man, what was that chick's name? I don't even remember what her name was. I think this is actually a good place to call it. So I can go sit on the porcelain throne when I log in. Get paid to poop? Plague. Right. The hell, doctor women are my kryptonite. Yeah, but also, like, I played Doctor because he wasn't that good. I've never really been a fan of, like, playing characters that are really good. I did actually, I lied. My main, I like Doctor a lot, but my main was Huntress. Because I really like aim-based stuff. So I would play a lot of Huntress. I played some Deathslinger, I think that was his name. Gunslinger, Deathslinger, whatever. The guy with the gun that like shoots a harpoon or whatever, but I didn't really like him that much. I had a lot of fun with Huntress though. Like cross-map sniping people and stuff like that was really fun. But, very hard character to play. Super difficult. But yeah, I really like Doctor as well. I liked Doctor, and then I like just doing a build where the skill checks were like insanely hard. Like all of my shit was like, I kick a gen, and now it's just like ridiculously hard to do the skill check. And then I would laugh when people would just like fail the skill checks and they're like 5,000 hour players, and I'd be But you do get to a certain point where even if you stack all of the harder skill check stuff, they still hit it like no problem. Yeah, I did see they added Ken Kaneki. That's a weird one because Tokyo Ghoul's not even a horror anime. That was a weird decision. I don't know why they did that. I like Tokyo Ghoul. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Tokyo Ghoul is literally the reason why I learned how to play piano. Because the song Unravel was so good that I was like, I'm going to buy a keyboard and I'm going to learn how to play piano just so I can learn how to play this song. And I did. So I like Tokyo Ghoul, but yeah, the anime falls apart. The manga is much better for sure. And the manga has more, like, they don't hold your hand as much. One skill, which makes the checks go left, right, and you have to consistently keep hitting it like that. If you miss it, the entity covers the gen. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that game has kind of been taken over by the neurodivergent and the gays. Right, that's kind of the average demographic for DBD now. And you know, I try and get in the community, and it's just like, oh man, I think I'm too based for this community. This community is very different, you know. I don't think I fit in the DBT community very well. They would not like me. I say some things that $20 is $20. His broken lunge skill, which gives him more range than Alien. They have Alien in the game now. You can chain lunges that latch onto trees, making any big forest map you're like Spider-Man? You'd like swing around like Spider-Man with DBD spaghetti code? I feel like that's probably the jankiest shit ever to be a survivor in the sea. Dude, even just Blight, like back in the day when I played, like Blight was like the best. Like Blight, it was so fucking janky. Cause that DBD spaghetti code. Did I come from a funeral or Men in Black? Do Men in Black wear white ties? But neither. I have work in 2 minutes. Mike Myers, Ghostface, those guys were in. Chucky was not. Chucky's in the game. That's funny. Is he like really small, or is he like a normal sized killer? How would you even see Chucky if he was like a little midget? He's small? So like what, you could just like hide in the grass? You can't even see him? It's so silly. Take care, Jaspers. Yeah, I need to get out of here too. I can't even stop in the voice chat because I know those fuckers will distract me. Yeah, Nemesis was the last killer that was added when I played the game. I literally got into the game because Nemesis was being added because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I didn't know Wesker was added. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's when I stopped playing. Was Nemesis. And he was fun. I liked him actually quite a bit. I thought he's really fun. I used to make like DVD content and everything. But that's gonna have to do it for me, everybody. I do want to try and beat this game before Elden Ring Night Reign comes out at the end of the month here. Just in a couple days, comes out on Friday. So I'm gonna try and stream after work, but no promises. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for stopping by, hanging out. Hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see all of you in the next video or stream. Bye bye.